Hey, Nakia Nichelle here, and I am with some of the cast of Black Ink Chicago, Charmaine Johnise, and Ryan Henry here with me today. How you guys doing?
Good. How you doing?
Doing great, girl.
Ryan, I heard you really don't like to do interviews.
I'm cool.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm cool.
All right. You know, he's the quiet one.
Right, I'm holding his mic today, though.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, and you're the turn-up queen.
Yes, girl. You know I love to turn up, love to have good energy. So.
Yes. Well, tell me a little bit about Black Ink Chicago. I mean, of course, we know it stems around Black Ink, tattoo artists here in Chicago. But for those that don't watch this show, you know, what's your role? What do you do on the show?
I'm the manager of 9 Mag. Ryan is the big boss. He's the owner. And the show really is about our lives as tattoo artists, as the manager. My cousin Danielle's who's the receptionist. It's more than just what's going on in the shop. We're really covering what's going on in our personal lives outside of the shop, and that's where the drama comes.
I heard you bring the drama.
Not on purpose.
Okay.
Not on purpose.
There was something about a fight?
Yeah, a couple of them, and I'm not a fighter. You know, in each situation, I'm definitely defending myself. But, you know, I'm in Chicago. In Chicago, that's how they get down out here. So,
Well, I mean, what can you be really fighting about, though, in a tattoo shop?
well, you know, Katrina, one of the artists, and I had some tension.
Okay.
Because I really had Ryan's back in a situation. And I guess she didn't really like it. Ryan had another tattoo artist come into the shop. He asked me to clean up what used to be her tattoo booth. I cleaned it up for the new artist to come in, and she thought that was just so disrespectful after she said, you know, she didn't want that stuff in that booth. So that's where one of the fights stemmed from. The other one is Baby Mama Drama Girl. We ain't got time for that, okay?
Okay,
we ain't got
please.
time for it.
Okay, please. Do you ever get sick of, like, beefing or to the point where it's just like, can't we just all get along?
It's not necessarily that I get sick of beefing. Like I said, I'm not a fighter. I've never been one of those girls.
Okay.
And if you have a problem, why don't we sit down and converse?
Exactly.
And talk about it.
Right.
We don't even have to get loud with each other.
Right.
You know, let's get on the same page. Let me explain my side where the misconception is, and you can let me know how you feel, and it's over. The fights and all that, like, that's so just junior high, and I wasn't even fighting in junior high, so that's just some ratchet ghetto mess.
Yes, as the owner of a tattoo shop, I mean, I've heard of you, Ryan, even before Black Ink.
I heard of you too.
You have?
Of course.
No, you have not. No.
We all know your name.
Okay. Well, I feel a little honored right here. But as, you know, someone that started humbly here in Chicago, and then you've grown to where you are now on VH1, you have to feel proud. You have to feel like, man, I didn't even think starting this tattoo shop is that it would be, you know, on VH1.
Yeah, I mean, I never looked at anything that I did to see where it would go. And especially, like I said, tattooing. I started tattooing, you know, in my neighborhood. You know, it wasn't savory. So to grow anyway in business is always a blessing. No, I never saw it going to a certain point, to a level to where I would be able to, you know, create a platform for myself and others to be able to do more. But I mean, that's initially the goal when we all start something, right? So,
Of course.
I mean, I don't look at it from the outside. I'm more internally looking towards just working hard and seeing what comes from that result. So it just happened to be one of the results.
Now, did you pitch yourself to VH1? I mean, how did it catapult to that?
No, I mean, just as you said, I mean, I had been approached for a few other shows before that that I didn't really want to be a part of, and I turned down. But when it came to the last offer to do another show outside of my shop, it was offered to do a show in like L.A. with a bunch of other artists to create a new shop. But I mean, I declined that. But I also, at the same time, presented myself and my team to them to let them know that I had something on my hands that was probably worth a little bit more than what they thought. When I did that, you know what I mean, they saw each person, and then they felt the same way, so they scrapped what they had at first, and then they created a new idea to do something with what I got.
That's awesome. I think that's awesome. So you've just kind of made your name, you know, known in not only just Chicagoland area, but just as a tattoo artist.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So how many tattoos do you have?
Like, you lose count after. I probably got about 30 something.
30? I only got like, well, it's supposed to be one, but it's two Chinese letters, and that was a little torture right there. How do you deal with people like me that are afraid of the needle but still want to go ahead and take that plunge and get a tattoo?
Well, I mean, it's the same reason why my shop is what it is, you know. So I don't have a regular walk-in shop. You know, my shop and all the artists that we work together, we all by appointment only. You know, I built my shop out to be something of more private, you know, appointment only, comfortable setting for the clients. So you do have clients who come in and get their first tattoo, or they don't like needles, or you know, they're not so sure about what's going on. So I wouldn't want them to be around so many open artists and so many people just walking in, being around. So everything that we do is set to be comfortable for the client. You know what I mean? So that's just the whole part about it, is the comfort level and the experience you get when you come to work, come to at least get a tattoo at NIMAC. And hopefully people leave with that, and it's a little bit more calmer than just the idea of, oh, I'm going into a shop and getting this needle put on me.
Right, and you seem more of like the level-headed person in the shop, especially being an owner. I mean, how do you deal with the issues that, you know, like
that I bring?
You know,
how do you deal with the issues that I bring, Ryan?
I try to mediate everything, you know, because at the end of the day, especially for the women, you know, I don't think it's worth getting to the point of violence, even fighting, especially if it's something that could be talked about. I mean, because as men with the guys, if we got something to talk about, we're gonna talk about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I might not be there exactly for when certain things might happen. Like, you know, it was a fight that went on apparently, and I wasn't there, but I was there to try to mediate it afterward. But I mean, like, to bring up the back end of it, you know, like I said, I talk to each and every one of them, you know, to see what's going on and what can be done to have a solution for it. I mean, I just say, why not be more peaceful at it?
Right, because you're a business owner, so I know what comes along with that. Because not only are you, you know, looking out for you and your family, but then you got all these other people that have families, which a lot of your tattoo artists I see have, you know, kids. So, I mean, trying to balance that as not only a business owner, but then a friend, you know, can that be a little complicated?
Oh, it's real complicated. And like I said, at the end of the day, we have a business to run, and when people are looking at it from the outside in, you know, they want to know what's going on and how good are you handling this business, especially as a black business owner. So the way they're looking at it is like, well, is it, is it something that's ratchet? Is it something that's, you know, not as business oriented? Is it, you know, is it just, is it amateur? You know, so in all those senses, we have to be able to get ahead of it and like not let people see those parts of it, and then counter it with actual, you know, better business running. So, I mean, it's a lot. We got to sit down and have meetings about certain stuff, because there's so many things that'll come easily, like say like a fight or something like that. That if somebody on the outside was looking in, and they, you know, it'll push them away from the business.
Yeah. So
just getting ahead of that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about you, Missy, over here. No, but good things for you, because we were just talking before this, and you were saying now you're going to be doing radio.
Yes. So with the next episode, actually, you're going to see me go through a lot of financial difficulties.
It's a struggle.
It's a struggle, girl.
Oh, I already know.
I used to work in corporate America, and I wasn't happy at all. I was miserable. Like, my alarm would go off at 6 in, and I literally would want to cry. Just start crying, because I wasn't happy.
That's
in my
me
job.
now.
Exactly. I wasn't happy in my job, and Ryan gave me the opportunity to work with NIMAG, and I took that like immediately, because it's just like, I believe in these guys and what they have. Their work speaks for itself.
Right.
So I was like, I couldn't be happier being a part of the NIMAG brand and representing that. But with that being said, I quit my corporate America sales job, where I was making them commission checks, and I had those commission check kind of bills, and it wasn't really matching up. So I definitely went through a period where I was financially going through some difficulties. Mm-hmm. So you're going to see the next episode, like, my car is getting repossessed, girl.
Oh, no.
Just really, you know.
Now, are you supposed to be telling us this?
I mean, they showed it. They showed it in the preview. So,
okay.
But yeah, my car was repossessed, and with that being said, it was like, okay, well, I can't sit here and, let myself go through this. You know,
right.
The guys, like, they have multiple. Not only do they make so much money from their tattoos, but they have multiple sources of income. So working in the shop with them, seeing how hard they work, it's not a 9 to 5. They might work, like, Ryan has put in 24 hours or more at some point if he had to get clients in, or if he needed that extra cash, you know. And at the time, I didn't have that on the table, so it was just like, okay, well, what else can I do to get more money in my pocket?
Right.
So yeah, like, now I'm kind of focusing on trying to, be on the radio, and so it's always been a dream of mine. So yeah.
No, congratulations
Thank you.
that. Now, is that a difficulty too? Because I mean, you're on a reality show that people see you VH1, which is network, and then you getting your car repossessed. It's like, okay,
Girl.
really? Because
Yeah.
the perception is what I say,
Yeah.
it's an MFer.
It's
Crazy.
crazy.
It makes people have this perception that you got it made.
Because you're on TV.
Because you're on TV.
Yeah, actually, I woke up this morning to a text from a family member asking for money, and he's like 60 years old, right? And my response was, as much as I would love to help you, it's a huge misconception that just because I'm on television that I got it like that.
Yeah.
And, for me, it is just because you're on TV doesn't mean your phone's ringing.
Don't think that them people on TV ain't getting their cars repoed. That's just giving the light to it being a more real situation than what they portray. You see some of them other shows and all they doing is starting a business, open my business, this business. They got real problems and child support and all that stuff.
But they're not showing
They not going to show that. All we doing, what we've been doing, is giving people something that they can relate to. The reason why people would even like anything about us is because it's something they can relate to, and that's real situations. She ain't the only person on TV who never had a car repoed. I done had cars repoed.
No, I get it.
So it's so many real situations that they gonna overlook, but they can actually see the real in what we doing.
No, I get it.
Not shying away from what you actually have going on. It's actually showing it, and we chose to put our lives on TV. You're gonna see the good and the bad about it.
Of course, and I think that is awesome to do because I have the same problem. They hear me on the radio. I've done a couple of things on TV, and everybody thinking I'm laying in the bed and just rolling in there,
champagne,
and it's not like that. And then it's hard to also get opportunities because people feel like, oh, well, you don't need it because you got it. You interviewing this celebrity and that celebrity, and it's like, nah,
it's a hustle.
It's a hustle.
Yeah.
And it's 24 hours a day. So, kudos to you for even putting it out there.
It was definitely the hardest thing that I have ever had to show or showcase. Like that and my wig being snatched.
Girl.
Those were the two hardest things.
About it is can't nobody knock you for it. So.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, trust me, girl, I'm waking up right now to comments like, you looking all good and you got new weave every episode, but your car was repossessed. Girl, you don't know my situation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm on TV, so I get a lot of things gifted.
Right.
Don't get it messed up.
No, I get it. No, I get it. So with that being said, we're going to social media. How is that dealing with that? Because that's a new platform of people in your business.
Right.
And you
you
said there's a rumor already with you and him dating.
Well, for me this season, I am not letting social media get to me at all. Last season, oh my God, even a month after the episodes were already finished airing, I would wake up like crying, turn over. Imagine waking up at 3:00 in the morning, turning over to see what time it is, clicking your phone, and you see this huge paragraph about how you're a disgrace to womanhood and a hoe and a thought, and it's just like, come on, are you freaking kidding me?
You don't even know me.
Yeah, you don't even know me. You're judging based off of what was edited for you to see.
Okay.
So I mean, it is difficult, but at the end of the day, we've all gone through this a whole season, and girl, if they not talking about you, then you ain't doing something right.
Hello.
So I enjoy the comments. Keep bringing the hate, because I'm getting about 1,000 new followers a day right now. So
trending topic.
Yes, I'm actually was trending number 6 on Twitter.
All right.
This past Monday. So
Thank
you to all the haters and everyone that has something to say.
Well, you got to keep up, of course, the positivity, because I know there's times I just be like, log off.
Yeah.
Log off. I just log off because it's a little overwhelming.
Yeah, I'm not even really reading it this season.
Okay, good.
At all.
Don't do it.
That's just not my focus. I don't really care what people have to say and all that stuff. My focus is 9 Mag and what we have going on, and how we can make this great, how we can continue to give you guys great content for a show, and how we can continue to build our brand as 9 Mag and build my own brand as Charmaine Johnise.
Yes,
So those are my focuses. Anything that somebody got to say, girl, I don't even care.
No, don't. And now you, Ryan, I know that they had tried to focus on you getting back into the dating game. Is that good luck, bad luck?
I mean, like I said, last season they didn't really, understand that I could actually be a man who wasn't focused on no woman, and I was more focused on my career and my children.
I'm right there with you. I'm not focused on no man.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So just to, that was what my life was. It was that I was more so. It was my kids and my work, and I ain't got nothing else.
Right. I get you.
And even this time, if they showed me, especially in the past episode, just, not even so much on a date, just even stepping out and actually doing something outside of myself, you know what I mean, they look at it as awkward, but it was just me telling like, well, you know what I mean, I don't make time for stuff, you know what I mean, and I'm not ashamed that I don't make time, and you know the woman I was with, she might not have, you know, taken that like, hey, well, you blowing me. Well, like, well, that's fine, you know what I mean, I'm gonna go back to doing what I gotta do, you know what I mean. That was just my first instance of what was going on, you know what I mean. I think a little bit more comes up in the season, but that was just the first instance of me even being around anybody, you know. So, I mean, they take it how they want to.
Yeah, I mean, dating is hard when you're running a
business.
business.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't get it. You just said he's done a 24-hour stint before.
And
I
if
mean,
your mind isn't focused on dating, like Ryan's mind is focused on his business,
Mm-hmm.
not dating. So he's not thinking about, oh, well, let me text Shorty back or let me tell her good morning. He's thinking about, let me hit my assistant to see what time my appointment is coming in this morning.
Right.
And who's after that? And who's after that, you know?
Is your mind always thinking, Ryan, just about the business and what you could do to make it better? Or?
I mean, that's got to be my mindset, you know, running my business. And when my mind isn't on that, you know, I take my kids to school every morning, pick them up every day, put them to bed every night. So when I'm not working, I'm in between that. I don't know what time I have for any other human being who is in need outside of those two. So, you know, I mean, it's got to be put to the side right now. My life isn't about me. It's about my kids, and it's about my business and securing that.
All right.
You know, the business got to be secure if you want to put money in your pocket for your kids.
Of course.
You know, Ryan has a lot of he takes care of a lot of people.
Right.
So he got to work.
Yeah, of course. That's a lot of pressure, too.
Yeah.
That has to be a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So besides the show, like, what's next for you? I know radio, but what about you, Ryan?
I mean, we're just expanding. You know, right now I'm on like a, 35-plus city tour around the country. International coming soon. Yeah, I'm just going to each and every city that the people are supporting me in. You know, a lot of people, they fly in from everywhere, other countries, other states, and for the ones that can't get to me, that still support me, you know what I mean? It'd be selfish for me to not get to them and actually, give them what they support of me. So, I'm touring, 9MAG touring, the 9MAG apparel's back out for the people to have that reach of having a piece of 9MAG for what they support us for. And I'll see them in every other city I'm gonna be in.
All right. Well, I definitely appreciate showing love to you guys today, because we got to stick together. Chicago, keep it real tight. But thank you so much for talking to me, and good luck with everything. And stay out of drama, girl.
Girl, you ain't never lied. Okay, you ain't never lied.
I see a lot of different sides to Charmaine. This season, like they started off with her with a little bit of fights and the way they thought about her last season, but the way they're going to actually see her grow as a woman and then become more in-depth personality-wise, like that'll round out the end of that season and make people feel a way different feeling than they had at first. So
okay.
Definitely.
All right, so we'll see growth from you,
Yes.
and then business growth from you.
Yes.
And thanks again, guys, for joining us. But
you.
before you go, let us know where we could catch you on the socials.
Definitely follow me, Charmaine Johnise, CHARMAINE JOHNISE. That is Facebook and Instagram. Yes. And then Twitter is I'm MacMaine. IMMACKMAINE.
you can follow me at Ryan Henry Tattoo everywhere. Twitter is the Ryan Henry, excuse me, and Monday nights VH1, Black Ink Crew Chicago, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Central.
Yes, make sure you guys tune
8 p.m.
in.
Central, 9 Eastern. What is it?
Look, he don't even know when it airs.
That's it.
He doesn't even know when it
8
airs.
p.m.
Just make sure you tune into VH1, Black Ink Chicago. Make sure you hit Ryan Henry and Charmaine on those socials, and you'll let them know on the socials where they could catch it. Of course,
yeah.
a new episode, right?
Yeah, we'll be live tweeting, and
All right.
I take over the VH1 Snapchat every Monday night. So
All right. Tune in, y'all.